You open your eyes. No phone, no warm blanket, no house, and definitely, no food delivery. Welcome to the Ice Age. The temperature outside? Around -20 degrees. And the best part is, everything wants to kill you. From the cold, to predators, even your own neighbors. If you were born back then, you probably wouldn't survive a week. The first thing that saved humanity was fire. Fire wasn't just for cooking. It was everything. Fire wasn't just for cooking. It was everything. That's why many tribes protected the fire day and night. Imagine sleeping peacefully, then someone kicks you awake at 3 in the morning. Hey bro, it's your turn to watch the fire. Today, if you want food, you open an app. Back then, if you wanted food, you had to hunt. And hunting was not easy. Sometimes they walked for miles just to find animal tracks. Then, the whole group charged at a mammoth weighing several tons. Sounds pretty insane, right? Because it absolutely was. One kick from a mammoth could literally send you back to the Stone Age. But if the hunt succeeded, the tribe could eat for days. Ancient humans wasted absolutely nothing. Nowadays, we often waste food. But ancient humans didn't. Even the bones were kept and used as weapons. You think modern winter fashion is all about puffer jackets? That's cute. And Ice Age humans wore animal skin clothes. Sounds pretty stylish, doesn't it? But if they didn't wear them, they would freeze to death. Animal hides were stitched together using bone needles and animal tendons. Sounds gross, but incredibly smart. Because the human brain was the greatest weapon of all. In a one-on-one fight, we can't defeat predators, but we have teammates. And most importantly, we know how to craft weapons. On top of that, humans hold grudges, so other predators are pretty reluctant to mess with humans. Nowadays, if you saw a cave in the forest, your first reaction would probably be fear. But for ancient humans, it was different. They saw it as premium real estate. But there was one problem. Sometimes, you weren't the only creature living there. As you step deeper inside, oh bro. Unfortunately, this place already has an owner, And when night falls, everything becomes dangerous. Because there are no streetlights here. There are no doors to lock. There weren't even any police. Just darkness, and strange sounds outside. A branch snapping. A pair of glowing eyes in the dark. Whatever it was, you definitely didn't want to go outside and check. Interestingly, Homo sapiens weren't the only humans alive. There were also Neanderthals. They were stronger than us. Better adapted to the cold. More muscular. In real life, they probably looked like prehistoric UFC fighters. So why did they disappear while we survived? Nobody knows for sure. Maybe it was the climate. Maybe it was competition. Or maybe it's because we were better at cooperating, because the greatest strength of humanity is simply teamwork. One human alone was weak. But a group of humans with a proper plan is extremely dangerous. Ancient humans began learning how to plan ahead. Tracked animal herds. They knew how to build traps and drive their prey into them. And passed knowledge down to the next generation. And that was incredibly important. Humans didn't have to start from zero every generation. We learned from those before us. That's how civilization slowly grew. But don't let the beauty in movies fool you. Many children never made it to adulthood. Even a small wound could become deadly. One failed hunting season could leave an entire tribe starving. Human life was incredibly fragile, but humans were unbelievably stubborn. They kept going, day after day, winter after winter. After thousands of years, the earth slowly began warming up. The ice slowly began to melt. Animals began to change. More plants and forests started to grow. And humans began changing too. From hunting animals for food, they shifted to a completely new way of life. They had learned how to farm and identify which plants were useful to them. Another group began domesticating and breeding animals. Another group began domesticating and breeding animals. That's when everything changed forever. From mammoth hunters, we slowly became the modern world. It's crazy to think that every city today started with a few prehistoric humans trying not to freeze to death. If you were sent back to this era right now, what would be the first thing you'd do? Haha. The first thing you'd probably do is find something to fill your empty stomach. And then you'd accidentally end up becoming food for these guys instead, lol. Or you'd simply end up frozen somewhere. But somehow, in a miraculous way, they survived one of the harshest eras in human history. So that thousands of years later, You could sit here watching this video? The video ends here. Thank you all so much for watching until the end. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because the next video might be even better.